Alright, I'm here to bring you another video. First thing first, like, subscribe, share. Um, each one teach one. I have a singing bowl. I'm going to ring this singing bowl. I'm going to clear the airway. Clear the airway so we can bring some positive energy. Because what I want to talk about is something you should know. And it's been going on since the beginning. Since Adam and Eve, and since Adam and Eve had Cain and Abel. Here we go. I'm going to ring this singing bowl. If you have any earbuds, earpods, things of that nature, yeah. Or if you're on a PC, whatever it is you may be on, if it's, turn the right volume down. Here we go. All right. All right. Now, what's been going on since the beginning of time? And this is something that everyone should notice. Those that are favored, those that are highly favored, and we are born in families that there are favorites within the family. There are some that just cannot get it right, and then there are some that are favorites. And you kind of think of like, why is that? Why is it that the people that you know can't get it right? And I'm talking about within families. I'm not talking about within friends, associates, all this other kind of stuff. I'm talking about in your family, your siblings. Because if we go back to Adam and Eve and their sons, Cain and Abel, one of the brothers killed the other brother. We are put in families that those that are possessed, and I wouldn't necessarily say possessed, it would be those that have a really snake-like characteristics about themselves. Really evil, really sneaky, vindictive personality. You have jealousy, envy, you know, and we are the ones. Let's see. For those that are, let me put it this way: for those that are highly favored, we are putting these um, families that are not our families, so to speak. I can remember one time a brother telling me that him and his brother, and I didn't grow up with them, but him and his brother, they would get into knockdown, drag out fights. They would pull guns on each other. This is some sadistic type of stuff. This is quite well um, I don't want to say demonic. I'm going to say some, not even, some hatred, some hatred stuff. This is some beastly stuff that they're doing. But to be in a family like that, to be at a highly favored position, but not just highly favored, being um, being one of the 12 tribes. And just because you're in that family does not mean that whole family is in the 12 tribes. Just because you and your siblings are together doesn't mean that they're in the 12 tribes. I don't remember who it was, but there were three, I think four brothers, and they were going into town, and this is in the Bible. They were going into town, and the brother, I guess the younger brother, wanted to follow them, and they said, one day you are going to be kneeling down in front of your brother. The brother wind up going to this king, and this king asked him for his service, and all of a sudden the son started to be a head of the, I guess, military. I'm not sure, but he was in charge of the food and stuff like that, the crops and things of that nature. So, um, needless to say, these brothers had to beg him for their help, for his help. So those that are chosen, and I don't really want to say chosen because I don't like that word. Those um, that are favored. That's the word I'm looking for. Those that are favored are those that are up to 12 tribes. Those that are always getting picked on. Those that are always looked at as an outsider. Those that are of the black sheep. This is what we're born into. and we are to endure, because in the end times we'd have to face these same demons. We have to face these same kind of demons. So we're putting these families, not just for, it's for a test, but not just for a test, but it's just when it comes to fighting evil, fighting darkness, and we're talking about darkness against the light and light against darkness. This is why we're putting these families. This is why we put in these um, families that are um, dysfunctional, where there's always fighting and bickering, you know. And this is signs of the last days. You see what I'm saying? Because like Cain and Abel, these are signs of the last days. Like uh, um, like um, the four brothers that turned their back on, on one of their brothers, and tried to set him up to be killed, tried to have him sacrificed. We put in these families too, because we're gonna have to, when the time comes, we're gonna have to fight against the darkness, and I mean physically, not just spiritually, not just in the etheric world. I mean in the physical as well, because there's gonna come a time that this gene is gonna get turned on like a turnkey business. It's gonna get turned on. You're gonna have all of these abilities, and your adversary is going to have abilities as well. But when the veil drops, you're going to see everything. You're going to see everything for who they are. You're going to see them for who they are. You know, you're going to see them for the fallen that they are, the fallen angels. I mean, it's not just reptilians. It's not just draconians. There's mantis. There's the grays. There's the tall grays. There's tall whites, and there's other species that we've never even seen before. There's hybrids. You're going to see these ones for who they truly are when the veil drops. So this is why we put in these positions. This is why we put in these positions. Those that are highly favored. So I just wanted to come on here and put this video out so you can understand why you have problems with your siblings, because it's in the Bible. Brother against brother, you know, um, sister against brother, mother-in-law against daughter-in-law. and against uncle. I mean, it's, you name it. That's what this is. So it's been going on since the beginning. But this just lets you know that we're getting close to the end. That's what it is. Just letting you know that we're getting close to the end. You got your family turning against you. You know we're getting close. Because it's written in the Bible. We are in the last days. 4 seals have already been broken. But not just the 4 seals have been broken. So have the 7th seal been broken as well. All of them has been broken. Every last one of them. Every seal has been broken. I know this is not a video that you guys want to hear, that you guys want to talk about, but it must be talked about. It must be talked about. And I know this video won't hardly get any views. I already know that. I could tell by my other video. Everybody wants to hear the positive. Nobody wants to hear the negative. Nobody wants to hear what's really going on and what's really about to happen. But you got to take the good with the bad. Everyone, there's a lot of them don't want to face their shadow side because of fear. It's the same thing. Everyone doesn't want to hear what's going on and what's about to happen. Everyone wants to hear the good stuff, which is fine, which is good. I don't have a problem putting out positive information, but it's also has to come with some not so good information. It has to. Because I don't want to keep pulling a chain and giving all positive and not ever giving anything that is true facts and what's going on and where we are and where we stand in these last days. And this is because I'm told to. This is because I'm told to speak about it. But I always notice on my videos that no one wants to hear about the end times and where we're standing. But there's going to come a time you're going to have a choice. You're going to have a choice because you're going to be in the midst of it. And if you're in the midst of it, you might as well say you're left behind. So, because when everything hits the fan, the ones that are supposed to be here will be here. The ones that are not supposed to be here, they will no longer be here when everything happens. And I'm telling you, the 3 days of darkness, 3.5 days of darkness is very, very real. Very real. And there are those that of us that are going to have to stay behind for this. So we're going to have to fight the darkness. It's just that simple. Because that's what you put here for. That's what you were sent here for. To learn your enemy. And it's not just your siblings. It's everyone who's turned their back on you. Everyone who's done wrong to you. Everyone who's every time you be kind and you you're meek, and you you show your soft side, you show your softer side. You know, they want to take advantage of that, but they don't understand that that's a test. That's the test that the Almighty put. You are the test to those that turn their back on you. You are the test to those that try to do ill will things to you. You are the test. That's the thing. The elect ones, and I don't like using that word chosen one, but the ones that are here to endure suffering, endure your siblings, endure your wives, husbands, girlfriend, boyfriend, friends, associates. You're here to endure because you are the test. You yourself is the test. And the Almighty put, it's like dangling a carrot in front of a rabbit to see if that rabbit's going to bite because you're the test. And those that stab you in the back, do you wrong, take things from you, become violent with you, you know, and it doesn't necessarily have to be someone, a friend too. It could be somebody who they can plot to try to hurt you. They can plot to try to kill you. They can plot to do everything. It doesn't necessarily have to be someone you know. But you are a test. And a lot of people are failing this test. And they are already set themselves up for judgment. And they don't even know it. They don't even know that they have set themselves up for judgment because they failed that test and they failed to realize why you're there in their presence. They fail to realize that. They don't even understand that you are the test and everyone is failing the test. Nobody is acing the test. Everyone is failing the test. Everyone. And they will be judged for that. It's not just your family. It's everyone around you. Anyone that takes advantage of you. Anyone that tries to bring harm to you. Anyone that threatens to kill you. Anyone that steals from you. You are the test. And when the Almighty sends His people out, and you got a dangling carrot there, or He sends the garden out, and you told not to eat that fruit or touch that fruit, but yet you touched it or you ate of it, you just flunked that test. So now you got judgment. But I'm going to leave this here. Lion of Judah, ancestor of the Lyrans, out.